One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Glad to have you with us in Athens, Ohio. Eden Stadium, home to the Ohio Bobcats. As we'll see, the number 15 team in the country, the Liberty Flames, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the Ohio Bobcats. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Flames will kick it away to start us off. Out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Looking to throw on first down. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
And he was off target there, but I tell you what, I'll expect to see more of that. They do a really good job in this offense of getting the running back the football in the passing game. Just let him make plays, let him be a difference maker, ball getting to him in space. So I expect we'll see more of that throughout this game.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
3rd and 10, still backed up inside their own 20. This drive hasn't really gotten started. They'll send the back in motion. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Hit as he throws. Intercepted. Oh, what a play. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And on the first drive of the game, this defense does it again. They had 2 last week. They get another one early. This defense has been flying around, ball hawking the football.
They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Wide receiver comes in motion. Going to sling it on 2nd down. He's got it on the move. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You've got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You've got to be aggressive, and you've got to make tackles.
They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. And it's right down the boulevard. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
Well, it's a good news, bad news scenario. You got the pick, and you would have liked to have paid that off with a touchdown, but because the drive stalls out, we're still happy to get the field goal.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Ohio takes over. The Bobcat offense heads to the field. They're going to need to get something started, finding themselves in a 3-0. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And what a start for this guy. That's now his 2nd interception in the 1st quarter of this game. He has been an absolute ball hawk in this thing early, and the quarterback would...
Trying to take it back. Touchdown, Flames. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
He'll bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Ohio U offense returns to the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a run.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Right on the money. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
Slant routes, they're good against man coverage, but they're good against zone coverage too. If that receiver can find the soft spot between the linebacker and the DB, you'll take that throw all day.
He's got an open man. He's loose down the middle. Touchdown, Bobcats. He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
Big-time players make big plays in big games, man. It seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with the big one. That time, great job focusing and concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
And it's more common to throw for the two-point conversion than it is to run anymore. So you practice these a lot. You can tell. Nice timing, nice rhythm, in sync, nice two-point conversion.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Liberty takes over, and the Flames offense ready to go to work. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Going right to work up top. Looking to scramble. Rolling, throwing, looking right. Catch and stride inside the 15. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Liberty.
One of the things I love about this quarterback, David, is that he keeps his eyes downfield when he gets outside the pocket. He might have had an opportunity to take off running with that, but he knew he had an opportunity for an even bigger play. And how about the run after the catch?
And that's great. You love that about the quarterbacks, but it's so frustrating when you got a guy that just breaks the contain of the pocket, breaks down your defense. Now you got to cover longer in the back end, and you can tell he comes free, he sees him, catches it, and walks right into the end zone.
Let's see what this offense has dialed up this time. Wants to adjust the pattern. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Makes the grab. It's Lawrence. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Yeah, and they got him down in a hurry. Nice job by the defense. Aggressive, attack, come downhill, go get the running back, get him on the ground.
Makes the grab down the middle. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
Man, and that's just making it way too easy on the defense. They're laughing at that short throw. They're like, really? Okay, we'll just make an easy tackle and jog our punt return team out on the field. You're going to make it that easy for us.
And the offense stays on the field on 4th and 1. I'm not sure they're just trying to make the defense jump. I believe they think they can get it.
I think that's a big advantage of having a tiny quarterback, right? Is he can find little creases to wedge his body into to pick up short yardage plays like that on the QB sneak on 4th down.
And the Bobcats have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Safe completion on the screen. Smashes ahead. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards. That was just a perfectly choreographed screen. The line got out on time. The running back had a wall in front of it.
And I think the quarterback did a really good job of selling past and then kind of dodging the pass rush, getting it to the running back, and then let him do the rest. You got him in space, go pick up yards in a hurry.
Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down.
Great job by the quarterback throwing against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
Here comes the heat. He caught it, and he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Ohio!
You cannot say enough about this quarterback's toughness on that one. Staring downfield, knowing he's going to get absolutely blasted by the defender, and still somehow able to deliver an accurate throw way down the field. It just does not get any better than that from the quarterback position.
He's got it in the end zone. Two-point conversion is good, and it is a one-point game.
Gotta love the execution. Not easy to throw down here, but the quarterback made a good read, accurate throw, and they come away with 2 points.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start this drive going to the air. Got a man. It's Randolph. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Catch in the middle. It's Irwin. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
Well, the play fake on the RPO bought the receiver some time to work himself open on the route. That was a man-to-man coverage on the defense. Nice job by the receiver putting his foot in the ground and separating.
DB's locked up tight on the receivers. To the air on first down. Using his feet to buy time. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. First play of the period, first down here. From the gun, running back on the move.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
Well, nice job there by the running back. They toss it to him, and he's able to kind of weave his way for a very good gain for this offense.
And the Flames lining up, just needing a few tough inches on 3rd down.
And you got to focus, right? The first thing you're looking at as a defensive lineman, the first thing you understand is the ball starts with a snap count. I have to line up, see the ball. When the ball moves, I move. I know it's simple, but you still see guys jumping off sides all the time.
After that flag, they spot the ball inside the 20. It's 1st and 10. They're looking to pass from the red zone. He'll get rid of it. He caught it. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
And when this quarterback is in a rhythm, this offense is really hard to stop. You've seen that on this drive. He's 3 for 3, but they're also running the ball well. Everything they're dialing up right now is working.
The Flames will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. He'll wedge it in there on the quarterback sneak. And they just tried to slam it in from the doorstep, but they went nowhere, and it'll be marked down at the 1. Quarterback wedging it in there on the quarterback sneak. Scores on the sneak.
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
And they kick it through for the extra point, and they have an 8-point lead. On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner will be brought down. Ohio U ready to go back to work on offense. Well, the last time they had it, the long field didn't bother them in the least, and they'll try to do it again. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
We're only in the first half already. This guy's got 2 TD passes, so you could see the defensive coaching staff on the sideline telling this D-line, guys, we got to get after this guy. We have to affect his rhythm and not let him be so comfortable back there. Right there, they were able to get after him. Let's see if they can keep it up.
He gets up to the 15-yard line as they're working their way away from their own end zone. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better third down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to third down, and we can still have a better situation.
Breaks into the open. Past the 20. Touchdown, Bobcats. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And unbelievable timing with the quarterback and wide receiver. Get it to him in his hands, right on his frame where he can run after the catch and do some serious damage.
And that's why he's so dangerous, because of that ability after the catch. For these DBs in this game, you've got to tackle the reception, because if you don't get him down, he's taking it to the house.
He wants to throw it. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum.
2-point plays, the windows are very small to throw into. That time, he just tried to force it into a tiny window, ended up being picked, and the offense comes away with no points.
22. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. Big rush. They have some time here late in the half. They'll start this drive going to the air. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
And I like where the quarterback got, because I think he needed to check the football down, but the pressure got there a little bit too fast, and he just didn't have enough time to get it to his running back and maybe put a positive spin on this play instead of an incompletion.
Wide open downfield. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
Yeah, and that's the hard thing about these QBs that can move and run all over the place and give you so many options, is that didn't even look like much, but he chews up so much yardage and gets those little gains that just death by 1,000 cuts that continue to happen with this offense.
Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17th.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at him. Wrestled to the ground, but he's inside the 10 and down to the 9. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. the option look. He'll toss it. Touchdown, Flames! Excellent pass by the back on the option.
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground, take the lead going into the half, take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
Ohio, 22.
On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. Under fire. It's caught to the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense. The magic bean is spinning out of control. Already over 200 yards in the first half.
Yeah, they're being aggressive offensively, throwing the football, trying to take advantage of this defense on the back end. They've got their quarterback right now in a groove.
On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there.
You know, we don't see this very much in college football anymore. Quarterbacks just taking care of their bodies and making smart decisions. Get down on the ground so you don't take one of these big hits.
Lets it fly. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, if at first you succeed, try again. They've already linked up twice for touchdown passes, so no question the quarterback here still in the first half looking for his go-to guy, but you got to give the defense credit there. They were expecting it, and they were able to make sure that one fell incomplete.
Finds his big tight end. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line. The Bobcats come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Got him downfield. Touchdown, Ohio! Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
From the gun, he'll try to throw. Rushes on him. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Fielded in the end zone. It's Allen. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. Lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. They'll start this drive with a pass. Snagged in the middle. It's Irwin. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. And the Flames with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to fire. Starting to feel a little pressure. Rolling right and going deep. He's got it. The junior making a clutch play and turning in a big catch. The Flames headed quickly to the line. This quarterback part of their running game. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4. Up-tempo for the offense. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Fires to the right. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much. And the Flames are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. 3rd down, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. Wide receiver going in motion. On 4th down, going to the air. Good timing on the quick out. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down.
Offensively in that situation, 4th down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Quarterback extends the play. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Wants to throw on 1st down. Moving out to the right. Got a little space. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Finds his man. It's Lawrence. We've got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Waning seconds of the 1st half, and they'll try to tack on a 3 before they head to the locker room. Defense going to call a timeout here and give the kicker a little something to think about. And as the clock is winding down here in the 1st half, they'll send out the field goal team. The field goal is no good. And after the miss, they're still down by a field goal. That's going to wrap up the 1st half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. And the Bobcats will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the 2nd half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Liberty takes over the Flames, sending the offense back onto the field. They got plenty done through the air in the 1st half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the 3rd quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of it.
He's got it along the sideline, right down the gut of the field. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Liberty.
Man, oh man, when you got a weapon like that, you got to find him and you got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet, and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball, let him do the rest. Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Offense making its way onto the field to start the drive. The give to the back. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the 2nd half.
I think the offensive coordinators over there going, thank goodness we don't play them every week. This defense has been suffocating. This offense got to find something moving forward that they can hang their hat on, some kind of identity. Today they were shut down, but listen, there's a game next week, right? Like, got to continue to find what it is that makes this team go, that makes them tick, that makes them get 1st downs, and then hopefully move the football.
Bobcats will line it up on 1st and 10. Gives it on the option. Got behind those pads and picked up 3 out to the 35.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
And the Bobcats really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. They'll try to get it through the air. Still looking on the move. And he scoots his way to the 1st down and then slides to avoid the hit.
That's the danger as a defense when you blitz this guy on 3rd down. If you don't get him to the ground right away or someone's out of a gap, his scrambling ability can hurt you, and that's exactly what happened. He saw open field, he took off, and he was able to go get the 1st down.
And coming out in the second half, this offense, they needed to establish this run game. They needed to get something going. They're losing. They've got to find a way to get a flow, to get a rhythm. And so far here to start this second half, defense picking up where it left off.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Throws to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. That'll be enough for the 1st down as they stop him at the 43-yard line.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the 1st down.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And this offense just can't afford not to get the 1st down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Holds and fires complete. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's 1st down. The Bobcats kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. From the gun, the running back has it. Defense holds their ground, pickup of a yard. It's at the 26.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to call back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
They missed a field goal on that last drive, but here on 3rd down, they can't afford for this possession to come up empty. Gives it on the option. That'll be enough for a 1st down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line.
And they just kind of sneaked that one in there as a defensive guy, 3rd and 5+. I'm thinking pass. They were thinking pass, Palmer, and they slipped the run.
And it's so nice then to have this guy at running back too, right? Because you could throw it to him on 3rd down or hand it off, and he's got the vision and the athleticism to go pick up that 1st, keep the drive going. Well, right away after picking up a 1st down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back, and I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on 1st down. You're starting like that. Now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
Sends it back in motion. Back to pass. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
You've got great field position here. You got to pay it off. Who is your go-to receiver that can make a play in this situation?
After this long of a drive, you have to cap it off with a touchdown, and here comes 3rd and goal. Motion from the wide receiver. Wants to throw for it on 3rd and goal. Trying to find the end zone. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
Ooh, and that's a nice sigh of relief for the defense too, right? There was a broken tackle. The guy made it look like he was going to pick up the first, but because of great effort defensively, they were able to get the stop, and now they're setting up 4th down.
Quarterback making adjustments. Here's the snap, looking to throw. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. And that decision will be questioned for a while.
That just could not have gone any worse for the offense, guys. Not only are you dropping the ball on 4th down, you dropped a touchdown. That should be 6 on the board. You need players to step up and make plays in those types of situations. That's the kind of play that could lose you this game.
They'll try the run. Gives them a little breathing room. Picks up 5 and gets it to the 7-yard line.
Well, we're not quite in the 4th quarter yet. We're almost there, but you're seeing the attitude shift now for this offense. They've got the lead, so they've got to be able to run the football. You're going to see a lot more of that, I think, as this game keeps going on. They're trying to wear this defense down when the game is almost over.
He's got it on the right. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Well, if you're going to get first downs against this defense, you're going to have to earn it. You're going to have to make people miss. This is an excellent tackling unit. You saw it on that last play.
The Flames come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. And that is the final play of the quarter, and guys, Liberty has the lead here. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this 3rd down play. Trying to pick it up on the ground. Gets away from one. Finds some space. Lots of running room. And that one looked as if it might go all the way, but they picked up more than 40 yards before the touchdown-saving tackle.
And they're getting close to the point now in offense where it's full milk the clock mode, right? Run the football. Don't worry about throwing it right down the middle of the field. Keep giving it to your back who can fall forward. If he can keep doing stuff like this, get a few first downs, preserve the victory, and get out of here.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Release to the back. How about a little rhythm that you can tap your toe to on that throw and catch for the 1st down?
Well, I tell you, man, this guy's been putting on a show all game long. We've seen his decision-making. We've seen his athleticism. Because of him, they've got this huge lead in the 4th quarter. So why stop throwing it? Just keep it going when the going's good.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
Got some work to do on 2nd down after that last one. They need 13. Wants to go up top. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Nicholson. Oh, he's got enough space. Touchdown, Flames. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. And that extra point is a big one as they now have a 3-possession, 17-point lead in the 4th. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Not nearly as much running room as he'd hoped. He's out of bounds at the 13. Ohio takes over. The Bobcat offense heads to the field. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. And the defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute with some points on the board.
And now on third down after that last run. Off the RPO, fire right, trying to convert. Scoops it up, still a live ball. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
Yeah, the receivers got to do a better job in ball security there with all those defenders trying to rip it free, and this offense is lucky they were able to jump on it to keep possession.
Trying to get it to the marker. At the 35, he's loose. Wide open spaces. At the 30. That is just a gargantuan play as he has it all the way down to the 12.
One of the things I love about college football, guys, the good old option play. I know the game's changing and we're moving to tempo and spread, but the option is still well and alive. QB pitching it to his tailback to see what he can do.
He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. Third down play from the gun. He's got it. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal. How valuable is a tight end in the red area? Now they're set up with a first and goal.
I love it. Find the big fella down in the red area. Big target, works the middle of the field, easier throws. Nice job by this offense, keeping it very simple.
And the Bobcats are rolling down the field. Quarterback sneak, wedging himself into the line. Sneak gets it done.
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this in the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. It just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
Here we go. Trying to pound it in. He's not quite going to get there, and the try for 2 fails, and they are unable to cut into this lead any further. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Liberty takes over, and the Flames offense ready to go to work. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There.
Open field on the right. Huge plays like that can change the complexion of a game, and he's got it at the 22-yard line.
And that's why this offense is hard to stop, man. They have that option to pitch it. So as a defense, like, I got to get the quarterback, and then I got to get the pitch man, and they lost the pitch man, and you could tell. He made them pay with a big gain down the field.
The handoff keeps working on that clock. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, the defense finally able to make a play, getting a tackle for loss. They haven't had many of those today because this running back really has answered the bell. They knew coming in they were going to have to give.
Turning it on. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Liberty. And they take it in for 6 more points. Starting to see some smiles on that sideline as they're close to a Week 10 victory. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, it's hit triple zeros in a captivating game today in the American. Rice is going to enjoy the trip back to Houston after a rock-solid performance. And you take care of business on the road and you stack wins there at home, and suddenly it's quite the resume. Never a dull moment when it comes to the American. Back to you guys.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Rides the back on the option, the give. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down.
Love the push by the offensive line on that RPO play. Look how they just work the single teams and the double teams. You see linemen chipping off of their guys and climbing into the second level and getting a...
He uncorks one deep. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game.
I love when you back the defense off. If you want to get aggressive, I'll take shots down the field, make the defense play more conservative, and now what? Now you're in the red zone with a chance to get some points.
The Bobcats line it up with a 1st and goal. Out of the gun, looking to throw. Dances away to buy time. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
And I really like the decision by the quarterback there. And listen, it's early in the downs. Like, don't force it. Don't make a turnover. He tucks it and get...
And that one is picked off in the end zone. Finally brought down. The what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
And this play will be for no gain, and that is going to do it.